Hello, and welcome to this discussion about bipolar disorder and depression. As the author of the best selling book Beating Bipolar and the CEO of BipolarOnline.com, one of the largest lessons that I was able to learn and to help people with leadership skills is that when there is bipolar, which is a series of ups and downs, there can often be depression. And as I watched today with the stock market being down over 3% in Asia, in Hong Kong, it tells me that there's things to teach about what can happen. Many times with bipolar, there's ups and downs, and it feels okay to go through the daily ways that happen. And with stocks over the last few months and years, it doesn't seem to be a smooth, simple way up or a simple way down. There's lots of trajectories where it rises and falls and creates two problems. One is it's hard to make profits for people that want to trade. And secondly, it doesn't seem an easy way to just invest and leave your money. What I share about depression in not just stocks, but also in life, is sometimes we have to feel that there's so much to look forward to. When we're surrounded by people we've met that are rising in terms of their money, their happiness, their health, their success in all areas, you start to feel like you can be like the other people you're seeing that are doing incredibly great. When we don't have that, when we don't have many communities where we're watching people do superly successful, it starts to make us feel sad. We can end up having depression. And if those of us that have went through bipolar times, the depression can be long and severely lasting. And even when things inject it to try to hype it up or bring it back, it has to be an overall feeling of healing, of a way that people get together and help each other. Even in markets, there have to feel like there's ways that people that are starting companies, that are looking to build, that are looking for either great jobs or great businesses, have that potential. When they lose that and they don't see sights of optimism around them, and I fear that in China, maybe they don't see many of their friends or family getting big raises or having companies making many more profits or seeing things go so much more successful, it leads to lots of depression. And what I've learned about the Chinese economy and the people in China is they are more doubtful. Many are very intelligent. They went to school 6 days a week. I don't know if you know that, but in China they often have 6 days of school instead of like in the US, five. And because of that, there's strange anger and doubt that simply makes things harder to handle. And what I share for you is to get someone to support you wherever you are in the world. Maybe you want to talk openly about what you've really experienced, whether it be the things since COVID began, times of trying to build your own life, your wealth, your happiness, and to get someone that can listen and support you. And even if you've had, how do I say this, 80% of the struggle has been very challenging, someone working with you can bring you up 10, 15, 20, or even 25%, and that can bring you to a much better place where you have honest realism with how things can improve. You look to make healthier changes. You also find acceptance in realizing what you've been experiencing isn't just you, it's many of the people around the world. And that supportive person can listen and nurture you back into finding a way to thank yourself. And even if you don't feel great some days, just being open and honest how much you've done, how much of a journey you've had to go through. I want to thank you so much for listening, liking, and learning. I have a great book, Beating Bipolar. Definitely check it out. It's in most of the libraries. It's done well in the US edition, also in the European and Australian edition. So, all over the world, they can find the book Beating Bipolar from Hay House. They're a top holistic publisher. In San Diego, they might be the top publishing company. They've had books about natural healing for many years from psychics and energy workers and people that want to look at things in a newer and better way. I also do a coaching where you can work directly with me, the actual author and coach. I work virtually with people via Skype. Call us today. We'll tell you about the pricing, and we are trying to be flexible because we know many are struggling. That number is 213 304 9555. That's 213 304 9555. We'll say it a third time because so many people are struggling on their wavelength to have easy remembrances because things just distract them. Here it is one more time. Get your pen. 213 304 9555. We give everybody a huge hug and we say, you've been through so much and so have I and we, but this is our time to be considerate and to care about the truth and the reality and to hold on because sometimes